Good morning, children. Welcome back to mathematics class. How are you all? I hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, let us start today's mathematics class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 7, coordinate geometry, lecture number 6, and content I am going to cover from NCERT. Fine, students? Children, this is the last lecture of this chapter. Fine, today this chapter will be finished and after that I will be taking the summary lecture of this chapter. Correct, students? Topic which I am going to cover today, I will be covering the HOTS which are there in exercise 7.4 of NCERT. Children, basically in today's lecture I am going to teach you the derivation also, in which I will make you understand how to calculate the coordinates of the centroid point. Fine. That is also the part of the HOTS question. Correct, students? So let us start today's lecture. Yesterday in my lecture number 5, I covered HOTS till question number 3. So today I am going to take question number 4. This is exercise 7.4, which is optional exercise. So question number 4 is, the two opposite vertices of a square are -1, 2 and 3, 2. Find the coordinates of the other two vertices. Fine, students? Understood with this? Understood the statement? You will be having a square given. Here you can see I have drawn a square. This is A, B, C, D. Two opposite vertices whose coordinates are -1, 2 and 3, 2 are given. See, A and C are the opposite vertices of a square. So I have written that the coordinates of A are -1, 2 and C are 3, 2. And you have to calculate, children, the coordinates of other two vertices. Fine. So here I am going to assume the coordinates of vertex B are x, y, which I have to calculate basically. Fine. Okay. On the basis of calculating the coordinates of B, I will be calculating the coordinates of D as well. Correct? So let us start its solution. Let ABCD is a square and A, that is -1, 2 and C, that is 3, 2, be the vertices. These are basically the opposite vertices of the square. So here I am going to assume the coordinates of B be x, y. Correct? Children, as you know that in square all the four sides are equal. Because all the sides of a square are equal. So what can we say? That AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. All four sides are equal. So you can take any two sides. I am going to take AB and BC. Why? Because in ABC triangle, if I am going to talk about, I know the vertices of I know the coordinates of two vertices. Okay. So here I am going to take AB is equal to BC. As you know that whenever I have to calculate AB, it means I am just calculating the distance between A and B points. Okay. So you know the distance formula, that is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and then whole under root. The same I am going to apply over here. As children, you know that when I am going to calculate the distance AB and I will be calculating the distance BC, both I am going to get in square root. So what I have done, here I have just taken the square on both the sides and ultimately I will be getting AB square is equal to BC square. So that I am not supposed to write down under root while applying the distance formula. Are you getting me what I am saying? Fine. So now apply distance formula and I have to take its whole square, means under root will be removed automatically. So let us apply distance formula on AB. It would be x minus -1, that is x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square. Let us check. This is x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square. That is equal to. Now I have to apply distance formula on BC. But it would be, children, this is x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square. Please check it. This is x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square. Can you tell me why didn't I put here under root? Because I was going to calculate the value of AB square and here BC square. Correct. Now just look at here. This is y minus 2 whole square. Here also y minus 2 whole square. Both are going to be cancelled. Fine. How? That I am telling you. Here I am going to apply a minus b whole square. It would be a square, that is y square, plus 4 minus 4y. In the same manner, you will be getting on right side also the same three terms, that is y square plus 4 minus 4y. When you will be bringing all these three terms on left hand side, they all are going to be cancelled with each other. Correct? This point I explained you in my previous lecture as well. Instead of opening the identities, we can cancel them directly also. Okay. Now here open a plus b whole square and here open a minus b whole square. So we will be getting x square plus 1 plus 2x, that is 2 into a into b, is equal to x square plus 9 minus 2 into a into b, means minus 2 into x into 3, that would give you minus 6x. Okay. Now here also x square and x square are going to be cancelled. This minus 6 is coming on left hand side. You will be getting 8x because 2x is also with positive sign, is equal to 9 minus 1, that is 8. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 1. Means I have come to know the abscissa of the vertex B. Correct. Now I have to calculate its ordinate. So what I am going to do? Children, you know that this is a square. Each and every angle of a square is of 90 degree. Yes or no? So I can definitely apply Pythagoras theorem in this particular triangle, that is ABC. Now what is Pythagoras theorem? What is the statement of Pythagoras theorem? That the square of the side which is opposite of 90 degree, that is actually the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the square of the sum of the other two sides. Or in other words, we can say that hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Correct? This is the statement of Pythagoras theorem. And this is applicable only in right angled triangle. So in right angled triangle, the square of the side which is opposite of 90 degree is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. In other words, what can we say? That hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So now I am going to apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC by Pythagoras theorem, children, just have a look. Which side is opposite of 90? That is AC. So this would be hypotenuse. So what should I write here? That is AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Understood? Now to calculate AB, I have to apply distance formula, but it is said AB square. So in distance formula, under root will be removed. Let us apply. It would be x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square. Fine? Because children, you are going to find AB distance. And let me tell you, the coordinates of A are minus 1, 2 and B are x, y. And let me write the coordinate for C also for your convenience. So it would be, just apply on AB first of all. This is x minus 1, that is x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square plus. Now I have to apply on BC. It would be x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square, that is equal to. Now apply on AC. That is 3 minus 1 means 3 plus 1 whole square plus 2 minus 2 whole square. Correct, students? Now I am not supposed to write down under root. Why? Because I have calculated the values of AB square, BC square and AC square. Correct? Now apply A plus B whole square here. It would be x square plus 1 plus 2x. Here apply A minus B whole square. It would be y square plus 4 minus 4y plus again A minus B whole square. This is x square plus 9 minus 6x plus apply on y minus 2 whole square, that is A minus B whole square will be applied. It would be y square plus 4 minus 4y is equal to 3 plus 1 square, that is 4 square plus 2 minus 2 0 square, that is 0. Fine. Now children, This is x square plus x square will become 2x square. Y square plus y square will become 2y square. Let us talk about, this is 2x and this is minus 6x. So I will be getting minus 4x. This is minus 4y and here also I am getting minus 4y. So that it would be minus 8y. Fine. Now this is 4 plus 1, that is 5. 5 plus 9, that would be 14. 14 plus 4, that would give you 18. Here I have written 18 is equal to 16, that is 4 square. Okay. Now this is 2x square plus 2y square minus 4x minus 8y, and this I am bringing on left hand side. So it would be minus 16 plus 18, that is plus 2 is equal to 0. Taking 2 common. So that 2 will definitely be divided here with 0. 0 divided by 2 will give you 0. So this is x square plus y square minus 2x minus 4y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now children, we got the value of x as 1 when we applied distance formula. Fine. Just look at here on the previous sheet. Here we got the value of x as 1. Okay, when we applied the distance formula on two sides of a square. So the same thing we are going to do now. We will be just putting the value of x from equation number 1 in equation number 2. This is equation number 2. It would become 1 square, that is 1, plus y square minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2, minus 4y plus 1 is equal to 0. Plus 1 and plus 1, they are 2, will be cancelled with minus 2. So this is y square minus 4y is equal to 0 left. So I am going to take y as common. It would be y into y minus 4 is equal to 0. So y is equal to either 0 or y is equal to 4. Fine students? Okay. So finally, we have got two values of y, but the value of x is same. So hence, what can we say? That the required vertices of the square are, in first case it would be x comma y. That would be x is what? 1. Here also x is 1, but the value of y will vary. So through this we have calculated the coordinates of both the vertices which are opposite of each other. So this is 1 comma 0 and another is 1 comma 4. Understood students? Fine children. Now I will be switching on 7th question 5th part. First 3 parts I gave you to do at home. Hope while applying section formula according to the given ratio, whether it was 1:2 or it was 2:1, you may have solved those very parts. Okay, because they were very simple. So now basically this 7th question 5th part is nothing but the derivation to calculate the coordinates of a centroid of the triangle. Now the question arises, what do you mean by centroid? Centroid is basically that very point where all the medians, how many medians are drawn in a triangle? 3. Fine. Now what is median? Median is nothing but a line segment which is drawn from any of the vertex and divide the opposite side in two equal parts. Okay. In fact, it divides the complete triangle also in two equal areas that I explained you in my previous lecture. So where all the three, suppose you have drawn all the 3 medians, and that very point where all the 3 medians are going to be meet with each other, that point is basically known as the centroid of the triangle. Through diagram you will better understand. So let me start with this question. If A, x1 comma y1, B, x2 comma y2 and C, x3 comma y3, these are the vertices of a triangle ABC. Then find the coordinates of the centroid of a triangle. Fine students? Look at this diagram. This is a figure of a triangle, that is A, B, C are the vertices whose coordinates are x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2 and x3 comma y3 respectively. Children, just look at here. I have drawn 3 medians. First median is AD. Here D is the midpoint of BC. Second median is BE, because median is what basically? It is a line segment which is drawn from any of the vertex of a triangle and it divides the opposite side in two equal parts. Means we can say that A is equal to EC. Okay. So BE is another median and then CF is also another median. Always remember one thing, that centroid of a triangle divides its median in the ratio 2:1. In which ratio? In ratio 2:1. So if I am going to talk about this very median, that is AD, here you can see that G is the common point where all the medians are going to be meet with each other. So this point G is nothing but the point of division of the line segment AD, isn't it? So can't we apply section formula, as we know that centroid is going to divide the complete median in the ratio 2:1. So you can easily apply section formula on this line segment, that is AD. But now the problem comes that I do not know the coordinates of D, but I know that D is the midpoint of BC. So midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. But here what are x1, y1? Here at place of x1 you should speak x2, and at place of x2 you should speak x3. Similarly for y2 and y3. So how to calculate the midpoint? It would be x2 plus x3 divided by 2, y2 plus y3 divided by 2. Fine, student. So hope you may have understood the actual picture. What I am going to do now basically to derive the coordinates of the centroid of a triangle. Okay, so let us start. Let A, B, C, whose coordinates are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 be the vertices of the triangle ABC, whose medians are, that is AD, BE and CF respectively. Then of course D, E and F, they are the midpoint of the side BC, CA and AB. Correct, students? So now, as I have just told you, that suppose if I want to apply section formula on this line segment AD, I know the coordinates of A but I do not know the coordinates of D. But I know one thing, that D is the midpoint of BC. So apply distance formula on BC and come to know about the coordinates of D point. So they are x2 plus x3 divided by 2, y2 plus y3 divided by 2. Correct, students? Now, this complete AD I am just going to draw. Fine, so that you can better understand the section formula. So instead of that vertical median, I have just drawn it horizontally so that you can better understand and apply section formula appropriately. Because children, we know that this G point is basically going to divide the line segment AD in the ratio 2:1. Okay. So you know that through section formula we are capable to find out the coordinates of this G point. And what is this G actually? This is nothing but the centroid. Fine. So the coordinates of A are x1, y1 and D we have calculated using midpoint concept, that is x2 plus x3 divided by 2, y2 plus y3 divided by 2. Now apply section formula. Let us recall this is M1 actually, ratio M2. So what it is? M1 into x2 plus M2 into x1 divided by M1 plus M2. This is for abscissa of G. Abscissa means x coordinate. Now y is equal to M1 into y2 plus M2 into y1 upon M1 plus M2. Correct. Now this was the section formula. Let us apply it. 2 into x2 plus x3 upon 2. Have a look. 2 into x2 plus x3 upon 2 plus. Now M2 into x1. What is M2? That is 1. 1 into x1. This is 1 into x1. Divided by sum of the ratio. That is 2 plus 1 means 3. Understood? Now let us talk about the ordinate of this point of division, which is centroid actually. Y is equal to 2 into y2 plus y3 divided by 2 plus 1 into y1. This is 1 into y1. That is y1 only. Upon sum of the ratio, that is 2 plus 3. This 2 and 2 are going to be cancelled here also, here also. So children, please observe what we have got. It has become 1. So 1 into x2 plus x3, that is x2 plus x3 plus x1 divided by 3. And y is equal to y2 plus y3 plus y1 divided by 3. These are basically the coordinates of the centroid points. Fine. So the coordinates of the centroid point are x2 plus x3 plus x1 divided by 3, y2 plus y3 plus y1 divided by 3, or we can write them like this also for our convenience. x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Correct, students? Okay. Children, in this diagram I have just taken one line segment. Just look at here. I have taken this only AD. Fine. Children, you know that G is nothing but the common point for BE, AD as well as for CF. That's why it is known as centroid. So if you do not want to apply the formula to calculate the formula of centroid on AD, then you can apply it on BE also. So this would be 2:1 in that case. Correct? So what you have to do in that case, definitely you have to calculate the coordinates of point E, which is actually the midpoint of AC. Very simple. This is x1 plus x3 divided by 2, y1 plus y3 divided by 2. Then apply section formula on BE. Correct? In the same manner, you can apply on CF also. So this will be 1:2. Actually, this is 2:1. We will be reading it like this, CF, not FC. Okay. So how to calculate the midpoints, the coordinates of this point F, which is actually the midpoint? It is the midpoint of AB. So it would be x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. You could apply on this particular line segment also. That depends on you. Fine. That's why I have written over here. Similarly, we can calculate the coordinates of centroid point, that is G, using the line segment BE as well as CF. Fine. So how to learn this formula? Whenever you will be having a triangle given whose three vertices coordinates are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. You have to just add all the abscissas, divide by 3, and then you have to add all the ordinates and then divide it by 3. You will be capable to come to know about the coordinates of the centroid point. Correct, students? Now this was all about this lecture. Please note down your mathematics homework. Children, today as I have finished with all the HOTS, so you have to just revise exercise 7.4 optional exercise in your practice notebook, and you have to do these TOT questions, that is 4, 6. 6 was actually homework question that I am going to discuss right now. Fine. And 7th, 5th part, this is nothing but the derivation only to calculate the coordinates of the centroid point in your homework notebook. Correct, students? Now the questions which I gave you in homework in my previous lecture, from there I am just going to pick question number 6, which I found a little tough for you, though it is not. Fine, most of you hopefully may be able to do this question also, but no problem, I am going to take this question. Please be alert. So this is homework question solution. Question number 6 says, the vertices of a triangle ABC are A 4,6, B 1,5 and C 7,2. A line is drawn to intersect sides AB and AC at D and E points respectively, such that AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC is equal to 1/4. After this, using this relation, you have to just calculate the area of the triangle ADE and then compare it with the area of triangle ABC. So, though I have taught you this concept earlier also, but let us recall it once fast. This is ABC is a triangle whose coordinates are given. Here I have written. After that, you will be having D and E points. You have to plot them, or you have to show them in such a way so that the ratio should be 3:1 formed. Now the question arises in your mind, why here it is given 1:4? Why ma'am is saying to write here 3:1? Similarly here also 1:3. For that I am going to give you the reason. Fine. This concept also I have explained you. Fine, just have a look. You will be having this relation given, that is AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC is equal to 1/4. So children, I have drawn here the line segment AB. Fine. And so let AD is equal to X and AB is equal to 4X. AD is equal to X, AB is equal to 4X. So how could we calculate DB? Because children, if I have drawn here a line segment AB and D is a point of division, you know section formula can be applied only when I know this ratio AD over DB. Fine. If I will be having AD over complete AB given, then I cannot apply section formula. Correct, students? So I have to calculate this DB. What can be done? DB is equal to complete AB minus AD. That is 4x minus x means 3x. Correct. So this AD was 1x and this has become 3x. So 1x upon 3x. X and x are going to be cancelled. So ultimately I will be getting ratio 1:3. That's why the same ratio has been shown in that diagram of triangle. Correct, students? Now children, using section formula I have to calculate the coordinates of point D. So they will be 1 into 1 plus 3 into 4 upon sum of the ratio. That is 4, comma 1 into 5 plus 3 into 6 upon 4. So you will be getting 1 plus 12, that is 13 upon 4. 5 plus 18, that is 23 upon 4. You have calculated the coordinates of D point, which is intersecting the line segment AB in the ratio 1:3. In the same manner, now I have drawn AC side of a triangle. Fine. Now E is that point which is going to divide complete line segment in the ratio 1:3. The same strategy, children, you have to apply over here. Look, AE is equal to x, AC is equal to 4x. What I have to calculate? I have to calculate EC. So EC is what? That is AC minus AE. And AC is what? 4x. AE is 1x. So you will be getting 3x in the same manner. As I have just explained you, how did I calculate this ratio? That is 1:3. Fine. Now again I have got 1:3 for AC side also. Again apply section formula so that I can calculate the point, the coordinate of the point of division. This is 1 into 7 plus 3 into 4 upon sum of the ratio, that is 4. That is equal to x dash. Now y dash is equal to 1 into 7 plus 3 into 6 upon 4. That is sum of the ratio. So I have got 7 plus 12, that is 19 upon 4. Here 2 plus 18, that is 20 upon 4 means which is equal to 5. Correct, students? So I have calculated now the coordinates of both the point, that is D and E, which is demanded in the question. Along with it, it is said that you have to calculate the area of the triangle ADE and ABC. Fine. So this is complete ABC triangle. Just look at the previous sheet, please. This is ABC. You know the coordinates. Now I know the coordinate of D and E also. So I can apply the formula of area of triangle on triangle ADE also. So you have to just calculate this area ADE and complete ABC so that you can further go for the ratio. So this is area of triangle ABC. Let us recall the formula: half modulus x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Here I have written, because I am going to talk about area of triangle ABC, so I have written ABC along with the coordinates. So let us assume the coordinate of A as x1 y1, B as x2 y2 and C as x3 y3. Fine, students. Now just to put these values over here. At place of x1 I am writing 4 into 5 minus 2. There 5 minus 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 6 plus 7 into 6 minus 5. These are the values only I am going to put over here. So this is 4 into 3, that is 12, plus 1 into minus 4, that is minus 4, plus 7 into 1, that is 7 with modulus closed and along with multiplied with 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2 into, this is 12 plus 7, that is 19 minus 4. Correct? So it would be 15 modulus. Modulus is basically gives the numerical value only. Fine. So here we are going to get numerical value as plus 15. So 15 will come out divided by 2. So this is the area of triangle in square unit. That is 15 by 2. Area of triangle ABC. Now let us calculate area of triangle ADE. We have just calculated the coordinates of D and E, children. Fine. Using the ratio 1:3. So here I have written A 4,6, D 13 by 4, 23 by 4. Just have a look. We have just calculated over here. 13 by 4 and 23 by 4. And the coordinates of E were 19 by 4 and 5. Correct? So here I have written 19 by 4 and 5. So now let us apply again area of triangle. Half into 4 into 23 upon 4 minus 5 plus 13 by 4 into 5 minus 6 plus 19 by 4 into 6 minus 23 upon 4. I have applied these values in this formula, children. Correct? And I have assumed them also. Fine? Assumption is required basically because here we are talking about different areas. Here we were talking about the area of triangle ABC. Here we are talking about area of triangle ADE. Correct? Now we will have to solve bracket first. If I am going to take 4 as LCM, I will be getting 23 minus 20 upon 4. Here I will be getting minus 1. Here I am going to take LCM as 4. So I will be getting 24 minus 23 upon 4. Correct, students? So after taking LCM and simplifying, I have got half modulus 4 into 3 by 4 plus 13 by 4 into, that was 5 minus 6, that is minus 1 plus 19 by 4 into 1 by 4 modulus closed. So this 4 and 4 are going to be cancelled. I have got 3 upon 1 minus 13 upon 4 plus this is 19 into 1, that is 19 upon 4, 4s are 16. Again I will be taking LCM, that is 16. 16 divided by 1, 16 into 3, that is 48. Minus 16 divided by 4, that is 4, 4 13s are 52. Plus 16 divided by 16, that is 1, 1 into 19 means 19. Fine. This is half outside along with modulus sign is equal to half into 48 plus 19 will be giving you 67 minus 52 divided by 16. After subtracting, I have got half into 15 by 16. This is again the positive value. So definitely while removing this modulus sign, I will be getting 15 upon 16. So this is 15 upon 32 square units. Fine. Now children, ultimately we have to find out the ratio. Ratio of triangle ADE, which was the shorter triangle, fine, occupying less area, divided by area of triangle ABC, the bigger one which was given in the question. So we have just calculated area of the shorter one, that is 15 upon 32, and it will be divided by 15 upon 2. This is area of the triangle ABC, which we have just calculated now. So 15 upon 32, I will be taking reciprocal, it would become 2 upon 15. 15 ones are 15, 15 ones are 15. Cancelling, 2 ones are 2. This is 2 16s are 32. Correct? So I have got 1 ratio 16. So what is the required ratio? That is 1 ratio 16. Children, suppose if you were capable to solve this question, then you can please match whether you followed the same procedure as I have taught you or not. If not followed the same procedure, then please follow the same procedure because you are supposed to do this question in this manner only. Fine? So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.